Hey, good morning, everyone. Always great to start off on the Links Live with a little Sandbagger hard seltzer. Bit early, I guess, maybe to pop one open. I don't know, but welcome to the show. It's Pete and Carl. Carl, what's going on today? How you doing, pal?
Things are good up here in the north end, Pete. It's the sun's not out, but it's not raining, so that's a good thing. Hoping to get a little golf in, but I haven't been able to play this weekend yet. There's a men's tournament out at Pinecrest, so I wasn't able to play. The men's championship is on this weekend. So.
And you're not playing? I mean, I thought you were like there was rumors the way you were hitting the ball this year, you could easily take the Fifth Flight Championship.
I know it's next year for sure, but I think I had a shot this year, Pete, but I just don't have the time to practice. You got to practice if you're going to be a champion.
I don't know. What are you drinking today? What do you got going there?
Well, actually, I got a little coffee. I'm on the decaf these days because the old caffeinated coffee gets me wound up.
Right.
But on Sundays, I make a little special coffee that I can't drink through the week because I'm driving.
Right.
Right.
They don't like that too much, driving the kids.
Right. A little touch of Kahlua for taste.
Yeah. Well, nice. Well, there's nothing wrong with that on a Sunday morning,
Yeah. You see my guitar? My guitar.
Yeah, I see that. Cup. Well, I see that. Our guest today is a drummer, but that's okay. I mean, he's a musician, so that's I like what you're doing there. You're also rocking a Peterborough Pete's T-shirt from about 1982, by the looks of it. Too.
I think that's when you gave it to me. Peterborough Pete's Pride. Going with the
Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, I got that at the tournament that they host every year out at the Quarry.
Oh, right.
And I'm rocking my for a band today. I pulled out a special one. I like this one. I don't know if you can see it. That's a Tragically Hip Sadie's tour jacket from
2014.
I want to say
10.
2014 was probably 2012. Yeah.
Okay. Time flies.
Yeah, time flies. Amazing.
I'm simply going with the East Coast Lifestyles shirt today with the
is that
Halifax Thunderbirds logo on there because you may have heard a big announcement this week. The games are going to be on TSN next year, which is exciting. So anyway.
Fantastic. So you'll be doing the broadcast on TSN?
Well, at least online anyway, and then maybe the odd game on the network. I don't know all the details, but it was big news for sure. So our guest today is Jeremy Taggart. He's going to be joining us here. He was the longtime drummer with Our Lady Peace, and now is one of the co-hosts of a fantastic podcast that I enjoy called TAGGARTnTORRENS. And there's Jonathan Torrens on the left and Jeremy on the right. And I just find it hilarious. It's a great one to put on while you're driving. And it's not overcooked or overdone. They just have a fun time talking about, current events and, music and whatever. So it's funny.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, you should
check it out. I'm a big friend of Jonathan. Big fan of Jonathan Torrens. I mean, he has been on TV radio in Canada since he was like 9, I think. Yeah,
since he was a kid. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All those CBC shows.
Done a lot of different. I wonder, I can't wait to find out the connection or how they hooked up.
Right. Well, we should have got him on the show as well. Maybe. You never know.
Maybe next time around.
You never know what can happen within the hour. But anyway, let's start with the leaderboard, as we always do, brought to you by that fine gentleman, Dion Jamidi, award-winning realtor, and he's leading the way in the real estate. And you're gonna let us know what's going on in the golf world, Carl.
Yeah, we'll do a quick update, Pete. We missed the show last week, so obviously that was a pretty big week with the big playoff last week, 8 holes. That was kind of interesting. Troy Merritt and Joaquin Neiman. But this week, their John Deere Classic. This is the 50th anniversary of that tournament, which
it's a lot of tractors.
Golf worlds, that's a lot of tractors. Sebastian Munoz from Colombia. He's -4, shot a 67 yesterday, so he's -16 overall. Brandon Haggy, whose name popped up a few weeks back. Still looking for his first victories, 1 stroke back, and then 5 players are 2 back. And like last week, you don't have all the heavyweights in the field, but a lot of them gearing up for the Open, of course, coming up in next week or the following week at St. George's.
This week, man.
This week, yeah.
It's British Open week.
Yeah, like 5 of the top players, the top 50, will not be going. For different reasons. You've got the travel has been an issue. I see Matthew Wolf pulled out, and Soo-Woo Kim and Sung Jae Im, both of South Korea, they're not going to show up. And you know why, Pete? They have a pretty good reason. They're practicing for the Olympics.
Yeah.
And the reason they're practicing for the Olympics, if they could win a gold medal at the Olympics, then they get out of their mandatory military duty.
Oh,
so that's a different reason. That's a different reason to be practicing. I'm sure you can agree.
That's a little pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. The other big one this weekend is the Senior Men's Championship coming to you from Omaha, which is where? Omaha,
Nebraska? What?
Very
isn't
good.
Isn't that where Johnny Carson was from? Is he from Nebraska? I don't know.
Nebraska, you're right. Very good, Johnny Carson. You're really reaching back there. Pre-Letterman. Anyways, there's a Canadian contingent at the senior men's. Jim Furyk, -8, leads the field by 4.
Got a nice
over
lead.
Canadian. Yeah, but over Stephen Ames.
Yeah.
Canadians who, Stevens, all of a sudden, we had him and Weir competing just a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Weir's tied for 5th at -1, so he's 7 back. But this particular course I've been reading, which has been rain-soaked, is we could see some big movement in terms of it's not necessarily a safe lead for 4-stroke lead. So they say.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see.
That should be fun. A couple Canadians in contention. I like that. And they had crazy weather there yesterday or the other day. The TV tower came down. It was wild. It was crazy. So that'll be fun to watch.
So they said it's going to be thrown like darts today. Like the course is playing. They expect a lot of birdies, a lot of movement. So that'll be good.
And then last but not least,
the women marathon LPGA Classic. They're in Highland Meadows, Ohio. Nasa Hatoke, it's a hard one, from Japan, -19. She's got a 6-stroke lead over Elizabeth Sokol, and our friend Brooke Shield is way back, tied 37th at -5. So still playing pretty good golf, a long way off the post. To 11 back. So that's it. The only other real news I'd like to talk about, but maybe we'll wait for Jeremy, is I got to talk to you about what's going on with golf and spectators these days. There's a lot.
We can talk. We can bring that up with Jeremy for sure. Yeah,
because
he would know a thing or two about fans and crazy fans and stuff. So
he's had more than one fan. I bet he's had more than one fan jump up on stage and. Probably wouldn't go near the drummer though. Your drummer is well armed.
He can stab you and stick you, right? So you
never
never mess with the drummers. All right, well, let's bring him on because he is backstage here, ladies and gentlemen. Our special guest today is one of the co-hosts of one of my favorite podcasts that I was telling you about earlier, Carl, and that's Taggart-and-Torrens, and a former drummer, of course, as we mentioned. Well, he's still a drummer. I mean, I don't think he's a former drummer. I think he's still a drummer. You don't lose that. But there's Jeremy Taggart. Good morning, Jer. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Jeremy.
Hey, fellas.
What's going on today?
Well, I'm in the wonderful Holiday Inn in Pembroke, Ontario. For the weekend. My wife lives here in Pembroke, so we're just visiting her mom. Trying to be quiet in the hotel room.
Are you in the bathroom there at the Holiday Inn?
Bathroom, yeah.
I like it.
My boys are still sleeping, so I'm still.
Oh man, you listen. You didn't. That's awesome for you to do this. I didn't know you were on the road this weekend, so
Oh, good, man. So good.
Oh, that's hilarious. You're your buddy Dan O'Toole was doing these post games with Knuckles Nyland during the Montreal games, and Knuckles one night was in the washroom doing his hit with Dan from the Bell Center because that was the quietest place. So we're setting a trend here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, Jeremy, meet Carl. Kawarthas Carl is probably knows a lot of mutual friends of yours as well. Carl works with the Blue Rodeo guys and has the Sadies and all those guys. So you kind of got some mutual buddies, I'm sure, in common there.
Absolutely, for sure. Right on, man. Nice to meet you, Carl.
Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? I'm not 100% sure, but were you ever in the Sound on Sound studio down in Perry Street beside Hank the Hendricks? That would have been early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you came in one time with the other Peterborough boys who were up there doing some stuff, and so I wanted to ask you that. I couldn't remember, but
hopefully
it's been a while.
I will, though, at some point. The scene continues, as you know, and if it's a great studio, I'll probably be in there at some point.
Well, it was.
It was, yeah. Hank the Hendricks is still there, though, isn't it, Carl?
Yeah.
Is he still making guitars there? Okay. All right.
He sure is.
Well, listen,
great guitars there.
Appreciate you joining us here. Maybe you get back in the studio and do a follow-up to that Terry song from last year. I'm going to try and load it up here. Let's give it. Yeah, here we go. Let's give it a look here.
Yeah.
Terry got wasted. Terry got wasted. Terry got wasted.
Love that song.
Yeah.
So that came out last year. You and Jonathan and Dan there was making a cameo appearance. He was playing the role of Terry, I guess.
Yeah, it was a bummer putting out an album in the middle of a pandemic because it kind of wrecked our live shows. But we'll get back out there as soon as live shows are back, and we have a chance to play some of these songs live for everybody.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about that podcast, how long it's been going on, and I enjoy it. I mean, just you guys just kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say you wing it, but sometimes you get off on topics, and I find it hilarious because I can relate to most of the stuff you're talking about especially when you're talking, get into the 80s music and 80s TV and the cheesy movies you're talking about last week and stuff. So you guys have fun with it, eh?
Well, I think it's definitely a conversation. That's what the podcast is first and foremost. Sometimes we'll play a game or, we'll have a theme or something, but generally it's just a conversation, our weekly chat, and we just kind of catch up on life. And we're not afraid to talk about the funny stuff or the crazy stuff or the scary stuff that happens. So it's good.
I think Carl wanted to know how you guys met.
What's that?
Yeah. How'd you hook up? How'd you guys hook up?
Oh, I've known Jonathan since, I guess, the early 2000s. The Trailer Park Boys, the three, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles, and Mike Clattenburg came on the road with us for our Gravity tour in 2001. Oh. And that's how we kind of got to know the main characters of the show. And then I became friends with Jonathan through, being buddies with those guys after a few years. So we kind of kept in touch in the mid 2000s and always wanted to kind of do something together. And when podcasting became a thing, I think it was probably when I was doing a lot of guest spots on the Jay and Dan podcast. Jonathan went on there as well. And we all kind of have similar, humor, senses of humor, and, like and laugh. And I just figured, instead of starting my own podcast, probably be best to be with somebody that I can, have a good chat and a good laugh with. And Jonathan is the absolute best for that.
He gets you going pretty good. And you get laughing. It's pretty funny.
He's just one of those guys that no matter where you are or who you're with, if he's with you, you're going to start laughing, hard belly laughs.
Yeah.
He's just really
Jeremy,
see, you're laughing there in that photo.
Yeah, yeah. I just have to kind of stand around.
Is Jonathan an East Coaster?
Yeah, he lives in Truro, Nova Scotia. He's from PE.
Yes.
But yeah, we do he records his bit hit there where he is, and I record mine where I am, and we both send it to our friend Tim Oxford from Arkells, the drummer, and he puts it together, and that's our team.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of Tim Oxford, I got some video of one of your biggest wins in golf, Jeremy. You want to take a look back at the Molson Canadian 67 championship?
Oh, that's me and Tim Oxford went head to head with Bob Weeks as
Let's
the
take.
and,
what course was this at, by the way?
Mississauga Golf Club. And, we had a little match.
Okay, here's the finish of it.
So you get all the hardware here. First of all, we'll give you the coveted
we gotta rewind it.
67 trophy.
This is beautiful.
We gotta rewind it. There we go.
Oh, and he delivers.
He does.
A crappy chip there.
No quit. Never say die. That's
Good
a great
enough.
shot, Jeremy.
With this par putt, Oxford can at least tie the hole.
Pressure.
Is it enough? Oh, not quite.
Oh, thank you.
Now here's Taggart's for the win.
Boom, there it is.
Wow.
Championship decided. What a match, guys. Great job.
Oh, well done, bud.
I
Always a
actually
pleasure.
hit a
Always.
stick on the first hole out of the bunker. That was my favorite.
Yes. I should have used that shot. I didn't have time to edit that up, but you almost sunk it for a eagle.
Yeah, that's a rarity to do well on a film. Someone's film.
Where do you keep the trophy?
I don't know. Maybe I'll show up when I move. When I get I just bought a new place, so when I move, maybe I'll unearth it. But always love to hang out with Weeksy. Good times.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy, man. I played up here in a charity event at the Quarry Golf Club, and it was for the military and veterans and stuff. And we were playing. Is Weeksy? He's a lefty, right? He's left-handed, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
And he had a brand new
Tools
tailor-made driver that probably similar to the one you had there that TaylorMade gave him, obviously, or whatever. And he gave it to this veteran at the end of the round because he let him hit it a couple times and he loved it. And this guy was a little bit down on his whatever luck and whatever. And he just gave it to him. So here you go. Here's a $600 driver. He's a good guy, So
yeah, he is. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope he doesn't mind me telling that story, but it was just a nice gesture.
The guy opens his mailbox every day, and there's probably a fresh thing at Pro V's or some shoes. He's always getting good stuff.
What was that like for you guys? Yeah, go ahead, Carl.
I was just gonna say that we golfed with Dan O'Toole a few weeks ago, and he changed shirts every 3 holes. I never seen that before.
Wet so much?
Product placement.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I said, "Dude, what's he doing? He's changing the shirt again. What's going on? I don't know."
It's all about the Danitized.
Yeah, he's a beauty, man.
Rolo Golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did Dan play on Monday? You guys played out at Wildfire. I was on the DL, could not make it with a bad back, but
it was the second game of our matches so far this summer. I won the first match. He won that match. So
he did.
We're even, and we'll probably play. I won't be able to play with him this week, but next week we'll have our third match and the big tiebreaker. It's always
that's not really fair because he's played Wildfire like several times. Was that the first time you played it, or?
It was, but I wasn't playing great. And to be honest, like we both play pretty poorly, so it's like two guys like slapping each other around, but no one ever gets hurt.
The 97 took it, huh? Yeah.
Oh, it was brutal. Yeah, I think it was like 92 versus 90. So yeah, not very good at all. But
what do you think of the track?
It's a beautiful track. I love Wildfire. I could play that place every day. It's a great design. Everything's right in front of you. The greens are mint. The bunkers are beautiful. I love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
and a nice cozy clubhouse too. It's a nice spot. Yeah,
for sure, definitely. I'm like a golf course guy, so I always kind of forget the other things. But yeah, it's got it all at Wildfire.
Oh. Yeah, the amenities. Yeah, Carl and I are all about the amenities in the clubhouse sometimes, like the locker rooms and the free stuff, you know?
Well, I mean, I was at the National for a little while, so I think I kind of got over that stuff because it's so insane there. It's like, you know what? I don't care about the new hot tub. I just want
I just want to play some golf. Where are you playing now? I heard you're playing at Coppenwood. Is that right? Or
No,
No?
I don't play. I'm kind of like a just
Out of your trunk?
I can go. My good buddy Ian Leggett was at Summit for a long time. He just went to St. George's. I got buddy Al Palmer. Like all my friends are at golf courses.
Yeah, you don't need to be a member anywhere.
No, Andy George is a really good friend of mine. He's at Diamondback. It's like I got buddies that are just kind of moving around on courses, and they're such, all my close friends are in golf, a lot of them. So I'm honestly turning down rounds all the time. So, I'll hopefully settle down and maybe play. I'm not I play with a lot of friends. I'm not like a men's night Thursday at the same place guy. I'm just kind of
Right.
all my buddies wherever I end up.
Jeremy,
not a bad way to go.
Have you played many of the courses in Peterborough area?
Not a couple, not too many. I mean, like I said, Wildfire, and I heard, is it Bear Lake? That's supposed to be a Bear Ridge. That's supposed to be a nice one. Dan.
Oh, Dan. Yeah, Dan played Black Bear Ridge down in
Bear.
Belleville.
I'm looking forward to going there.
That's nice. It's nice. It's nice for
Well,
sure.
we got to get you down for another round. If you like the old Stanley Thompson courses, the old Stanley Thompson designs, we have two in town. Kawartha, which is a great track, and this one here, Peterborough Golf and Country Club, which is one of our good sponsors. And I think you'd enjoy both. Maybe we can play 36 one day.
Sure.
It's on the way home from Pembroke. I'm just saying.
I love a good little Stanley Thompson. Just got to stay below the hole or you're nuts.
You don't want to, you don't want to go over the hole there. Like, look at that. That's number one right there. You don't want to go long there.
Yeah.
Stay below. You'll be fine.
Don't take too much club out of Stanley Thompson ever.
No.
Yeah.
You lose your ball. Have you ever played with a guy that looks for balls longer than Dan?
No. Well, Dan, the good thing about these golf courses, especially Wildfire, like you step 2 feet into the rough and you're gonna find a couple Pro Vs or
Yeah, he loves that.
But like I find that no, because he's we're usually either both looking for our balls, but I found I hate poison ivy, and I've had poison ivy a couple times, so I don't go into the woods.
Yeah, they can have it.
No. No. I got a question. Well, I want to ask. You sound like you play, like you say, you play a lot of courses. Do you have a favorite course you've ever played? U.S., Canada.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the National is probably my favorite Canadian course, just because it's such a tough task, the way that it's kept and maintained, and the history behind it. But I mean, I like a lot of the older Toronto course. Toronto golf is one of my favorite courses. Hamilton, gorgeous track.
Scarborough.
Yeah, Scarborough's an amazing course. I've played most of them. I've been lucky enough to play most of the ones in Southern Ontario. But yeah, you can't really go wrong with those ones.
We're pretty lucky, right, to have so many great courses within an hour or whatever, an hour and a half up the Muskokas.
I live in Oak Ridges, and 2 minutes south of me is Summit, and 2 minutes north of me is Beacon, and Diamondback and Magna are all within. Like, it's just crazy the amount of golf courses we have.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this here. You played in the Ontario Open, I think, a couple years ago, or
Ontario Open I played in, and I DQ'd.
What? What happened?
It was raining, and I wasn't playing great anyway, and I just did it. Mike Kelly is a friend of mine, was nice enough to get me an invitation to play it.
Yeah.
But I had a really rough day with the rain, and there was one hole in particular where I pulled my tee shot, and I was trying to find it, and the group was way ahead of me, and instead of going back to the tee and hitting, I hit it from there, and I didn't find out until after the round that I should have gone back, and so too late. So I got bumped out, but I was looking forward to playing in the sun as opposed to the rain. But it was a great experience in terms of feeling the heat, the legit heat. That putt I made that putt there was about a 20-footer that I made for bogey on the 9th hole, or it might have been the 18th hole. But yeah, no, I had a 12 on one of the par fives. Let's just keep that in mind.
Well,
So what do you?
it's tricky.
Are you carrying a handicap, Jeremy? Or do you play enough?
I'm loose. Like right now, I'm a terrible probably 10 or 12 right now. But like in my heyday, I was a good single digit. But I need to get back to the range on the rag. Maybe if I played once or twice a week, I'd probably for a few months I'd probably get something going on. But
yeah, I'm
not knocking down any pros doors. That's for sure.
Well, you're having fun with it though.
I love
that's the main
playing.
thing.
Great time. There's nothing more fun than hanging out and playing golf with your buddies and walking around, and just a golf course is a beautiful place.
If you had to pick an Our Lady Peace song to describe your current golf game, what would it be?
Oh my God! Well, I guess Superman's dead. I guess that would probably be if I'm really dialed, it would be One Man Army, but I'm certainly not.
Yeah,
Superman is dead right now. We need to bring him back.
Well, if you describe Carl's game right now, it could be clumsy. That could be Carl's.
There you go. But we got to get together and have a game, all four with
That'd be great.
With Dano, yeah, that'd be fun. Listen, we'll let you get going. The kids, hopefully, are still sleeping. I'm not sure why, if you're visiting the in-laws, you're stuck at the Holiday Inn. The thing's not going well there.
Oh, this is good. This is a nice.
Yes.
Yeah, this is fancy, so we can kind of break it up, so it's not too many people at the house. Yeah.
Yeah, that smart move. Yeah,
sure.
Very smart. Mm-hmm. All right, well, we'll let you get going. Let's plug the podcast one more time. It's great. I enjoyed it. I think I got my wife hooked on it the other day. We were coming home the back roads, actually maybe up your way. We were coming home from Markham. We took sort of the back roads through all those nice little towns that you pass through.
Did you happen to be accosted by the guy that took Wheels out on Degrassi on the way back?
No.
Did Degrassi when Wheels gets
assaulted
on his way to Port Hope?
we didn't get assaulted. No. But you were talking about, it was funny. You guys were talking about you putting in a pool, maybe, and the pool guy coming over.
Yeah.
And you talked about Stouffville, and we were going through Stouffville at the time. I'm like, what the hell are the odds of this?
I found a pool guy and he totally ghosted me. I think it's because we talked about him on the podcast and we just kind of happened to make fun of his name.
And he never showed up.
His name was Chad, and I was like, I don't know if I've ever met a nice Chad. I hope he's a good guy. And I think I blew myself up. But I guess he might have heard it or something. He never called me back after the great meeting that we had.
Chad. That's too bad.
It's a tough handle.
Hey, Chad's Carl's got a nephew, Chad, but
is he a good guy, Carl?
No, bad Chad. He knocked out.
He's a bad Chad.
He doesn't install pools by any chance, does he? No.
The theory continues. There are no good Chads.
No, I don't know many. I think your kids are up now, but
for sure.
I want to ask Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy, who's the best musical golfer you played with? You played with You play with any of the hip guys? You play with Sinclair or?
The guys are pretty good. Paul and Gord, they like to play, and I know Paul.
That's a nice court.
Cataraqua all the time. He's always out there. That's a nice track. I'd say probably the hip guys and like Gordon Paul and Tim from the Arkells. He loves his golf. He's down in 40. He's at Bridgewater. That's a nice little track.
Yep.
And I
think you mentioned Tom Cochran once as being a pretty damn good golfer.
He's a wicked golfer.
Yeah, he's kind of close to scratch, I think.
He is, yeah. I took him down in the at the St. George's at the music.
Oh yeah,
that's my only claim to fame is beating
nice.
I think I shot 2 over at St. George's.
Oh,
My best,
Nice.
celebrity tournament rounds.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a
well, you
that's a
also
nice
won
course to
them.
have
You
two
also
over.
won the Molson Canadian 67
That's
match
right.
there too. So you got 2 big wins.
2 big wins.
Wow.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
DQ at the Ontario.
Yeah, I like the DQ. The DQ
Yeah.
is my favorite.
It's a good story. It's-
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be disqualified. Oh shit!
Damn it! I gotta go home.
Boring room.
Oh, jeez. Well, listen, man, it's been a pleasure. There's a good shot of you in action there. I don't know where that is, but
Somewhere. Thanks, fellas.
appreciate
Yeah, it was
you
fun.
coming on, especially
Yeah,
taking
let's do
some
it again.
family time away too. We appreciate that. So
Yeah, definitely. We'll look forward to meeting you guys in person and playing. That'll be good times.
all right. Thanks,
Excellent.
Jeremy.
Thanks. Take it easy,
See you,
guys.
Jeremy.
All right.
Keep rocking.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. Oh
There's
my God,
the-
I can see why you would enjoy the podcast. I
Oh,
mean, they
it's-
must be hilarious.
He gets laughing like that, and
Yeah.
Jonathan knows how to get him going, right? And
Right.
so it's and they just talk about stuff. They just talk about life. They don't get in, like, and then they
Yeah.
play some cheesy 80s musics where they try and hit the post, introducing
Yeah.
the songs, and it's just fun. It's Canadiana as well, right? It's
Yeah. Well, I asked him the question about where Jonathan was from. I kind of knew the answer that I knew he was an East Coast guy, but I was really reflecting that to just that East Coast sense of humor. Like they're just funny, inherently funny.
yeah.
Yeah. Any East Coast guy I ever worked with was the funniest guy in the crew.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
There's
cool.
our buddy
Yeah,
Rob
he's
Leth.
excellent.
Rob's watching and huge music
Rob.
fan. He's going to be playing
Yeah.
Kawarthas on Tuesday, I believe, doing a little feature with Sam Meek. On Tuesday.
Rob
so
just
that's
got a
cool.
new gig. Rob just got a new gig, right?
Yeah, I think he did. Well,
I just
I don't know if
read
that's
it.
official or no. I guess maybe it is. I don't know.
I think it is. Yeah, I think I saw a post.
Yeah, Rob, let us know
Yeah,
exactly what your new job title is. He's going to go on tour. He's heading on the Canadian tour as
Yeah, good deal.
as sort of the media PR guy. Yeah, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right up his alley. And congratulations to
We're
Rob.
gonna have to we're gonna have to set up a little tourney, or we got to get a few groups of these guys
Oh,
like Jeremy and we get Dan and
we'll have a day.
And,
We'll have a day.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would be good.
I'd still like
fun.
to hold like I still think we could have a fun pro celebrity am here.
Yeah,
Like 20 groups, so shotgun start. You double up on a couple par threes, or par fives, I guess, and we could easily get 20 celebrities. I would think one in each group, and then they play with a threesome. Boom,
it'd be great.
be a great day.
Yeah.
Right? Raise some money for a great cause. Okay, so there's Rob's official title, media official with the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour of Canada, which is a perfect job for him,
Congratulations.
and that's a great fit.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
really good.
Carl, we need to take a commercial break.
Okay, I gotta have a
just,
drink anyways.
Yeah, go fill up your cup as we hear from our friends at Stan. All right, Sandbagger Hard Seltzer now available in the LCBL. Were you able to get anything done in that 30 seconds? Did you go get a drink?
No, it's
just take a
that's pretty
drink?
short. I just
Yeah.
was looking at my notes, so I wanted to get back to you about spectators. What is going on?
Oh,
in
right.
golf?
We meant to get around to that. So tell us, what is happening? It's getting out of
Well,
control?
just we had we had the streaker at the U.S. Open, the guy that
Yeah.
and then he hit a golf ball from the
He hit a
center of the
shot.
fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other day, Rory at the Scottish Open, he's standing on the tee with I think there was Rom. There was a few of them, and some guy just walks up, takes the head cover off his club, takes it out of the bag, takes a few swings with it, puts it back in the bag, and they all just stood there. They thought it was a joke. And then I saw footage yesterday of I think it was Justin Thomas teeing off on a course where the river ran right along the hole. And all of a sudden, in his backswing, it sounded like a shotgun. And it was some guys on the boat that fired something off, but he jumped about 1.5 feet. And yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of seems to be getting crazy out on the courses these days.
That's
And of course,
interesting.
everybody's
Yeah.
behavior's
Why
been
is
a
that?
little-
Are people trying to become famous? Like, are they trying to get a TikTok video out of this, go viral? Like, what is
That's
what's going
that's
on?
probably part of it. Eh?
They're 15
Yeah, that's
seconds
probably
of
part of
fame.
it. But golf's always been kind of oblivious to that type of behavior, but it's it's just changing a little bit. I mean, they certainly shouldn't be on the course. That's weird. Or doing something in a guy's backswing, but sign of the times, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
COVID.
the one in the boat, you can't control that one. That'd be tough to control. They weren't there at the tournament per se.
Right.
But the
Yeah.
guy grabbing a head cover, like that's
He took the club out of the bag and took a swing with it. Then put it back in the bag. They just stood there. They're like, "What? What just happened?"
it's probably going to get to the point where every group's going to need security.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
going to drive
that's
up the
about
price of tickets to go see the events, right? Right now, I think during a big round, I think, and then Tiger and some of the big guys, they have more security.
Yeah.
But on average, I'd say you just have a couple volunteers that are kind of like, putting their signs
Yeah.
up, be quiet. And I don't know that there's anyone following each group of an official
No, but
security.
I think you're right. I think you're right, though. I think you're going to definitely see more, more security on the course. Because it's a big audience and there's television there, so somebody's always trying to get famous over something.
Remember, I don't know if it's still the thing. I haven't been to a ball game in a while, but for the longest time at Exhibition Stadium, when wherever, there was police officers on the right field line and the left field line, like right by the bleachers. There is, when you think about it, that's kind of bizarre that there's.
Well,
And they're always just
streakers.
looking at the crowd. Is that to stop the streakers? Yeah. Huh.
Hey, speaking, you want to see security? They have the world's biggest security guard at the Shoppers Drug Mart on Charlotte. He's
That's why I don't go there.
Foot.
Really?
He's nearly 7 foot. I mean, he is like. I was like, wow, that's a big security guard. It took me a minute to get around him. That's big.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I guess, so many drugs available there, and
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. You got it's hard times for a lot of people, and you got to have. But that's a big lad.
Well, that's a drugstore.
That's a big boy.
And so are you golfing, or are you on the injured reserve list? What's going on?
I hurt my back. I tweaked my back a week ago, and I am getting some nice, good rehab at Total Physiotherapy. Shout out to them.
Right.
But I should be back this week. Maybe I gotta get in at least 9 holes, maybe this week. So we'll see.
It's never fun.
Because I got my new grips from Tony's, and I need to work them in a bit. And there's a good deal for you, Carl. 13 Royal Link Tech grips installed for only $97 at Tony's Clubhouse.
Do you use a standard grip, or you like to thicken them up?
I use those ones, just a standard grip. I don't put any extra tape on there or anything. I don't have, a need for that.
I'm kind of sold. My buddy Larry got me onto those thicker grips. I'm starting to like them. I'm using it on my driver, and I'm going to switch over, I think, onto a couple of my irons.
Well, listen, hey,
Yeah,
why not? Give it a whirl. Couple quickies here to get us through. I want to give a shout out to Till Death Barbecue and Peter Burgers. They're set up at that concert series at the Memorial Center, and good local entrepreneurs and working hard. So shout out to them. Trues played last night. I imagine that would have been a good show.
Yeah, and the weather held, so that was nice. That was good.
And the Rec Laws played on Friday night. I understand there was a good crowd for that too. So,
Yeah.
Couple
You know,
other
the
things
Rec
here,
Laws.
Carl. It's back after last year. It was delayed because of
I
COVID,
saw
but the
that.
Kawartha Invitational is happening here, and
know,
3 rounds of
fantastic.
golf, a practice round, a meal after each round, nice gift
that
and
would be like-
prizes.
That's going to be like the only tournament, you know, the big 4 to go this year, right? That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So, but the deadline to enter is coming up like this week. So, you want to get it on this? It's a great, great 4 days, and all COVID safety measures are in place. There's not going to be a lot of gatherings. There's no closest to the pin contest on the Sunday sort of thing. Like it's right. And on the ladies' side, the ladies' invitational is a go as well. That's coming up in August at Kawartha. And it's kind of fun. They got like a real competitive side that's going to play in the morning. And then in the afternoon, if you're not quite as competitive, you don't have a handicap, whatever the case may be, they're having a Monopoly game where every hole you can earn Monopoly Kawartha funny money and just have a lot of fun with it. So they got two events in one, right? Which is fun.
Yeah, I love new ideas. I love new ideas to attract to get people to play in tournaments that normally wouldn't. Like that's a nice incentive, you know. Great idea.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think it is a good idea. And congrats to them to be able to figure out a way to do it safely and get back to some sort of, I know it's cliche, normalcy.
We're getting there.
We are getting there. All right, buddy. No golf for you then today because the club championship, you're not heading to Workworth or anything?
I'm going to try and get 9 holes in somewhere today. I'd like to play because I think there's more rain on the horizon from what I hear. So
it's going to be
I'd
a
like
wet
to
week.
So I definitely would like to try and get at least 9 holes in today. I don't know where I'll wander to, but we'll find it. I did get out to because we didn't do the show last week. I met my Balvo pals for the first time down at Warkworth, and it was a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And we teed off about noon hour. And probably like most of the courses, you know, we've had the great rain, but it continues. It was a beautiful day at Warkworth, and they continue some new tee blocks, and the course was in great shape. We had a great day, a lot of fun.
Oh, nice. Have you ever played that course around closer, right on the corner as you head to Belleville? It'd be about 20 minutes past Warkworth, and there's a gas station across the street. And it's the road that if you're coming in from Campbellford or if you're coming in from Warkworth, you would meet sort of, you know what I mean? It's got that elevated par 3 up as just as you're about to turn right. Maybe you don't go that way on your way to Belleville.
No, that's on the old. It connects Wooler Road to that high. Yeah,
it's right at the end of Wooler Road. Yeah, I'd like to play that track only because I've passed it 1,000 times.
I actually have stopped and played there before. I mean, it's a par 3. Right? Oh yeah, it's a par 3 9-hole. It's you need about 2 clubs, but because of the elevation, there's some actually fun tee shots. You know.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be
elevated
fun.
Green or down to a. I should know the name of that. It's the Wooler Golf Course.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Well, that's Wooler, so I believe that's what it's called. Yeah.
Not Timber Ridge, Rob. We're thinking like this side of the 401, like the Peterborough side, if you will. Like it's
if you get off the 401 at Wooler Road and go down about 5 miles, it's it's just a little 9-hole.
Yeah, but it looks fun.
Executive.
But Timber Ridge would be nice. I'd like to get back there. I haven't played there in a while.
I haven't either. And it's a good track. It's a good test for sure.
I haven't played there in over 12 years, I bet you.
Yeah, when we were doing the magazine, I used to get down there and I can't remember the pro's name. He's a good guy. He's been there a long time too. Good golf down in the Quincy area. Yeah, that's all right. Track. But I'd like to get you down to Black Bear. We should, I've never played. Yeah, I've never played Black Bear Ridge, but Tool played it 2 weeks ago and he loved it. He said that one of the best golf courses he's ever played. Is that the first time he played there? Must have been. Eh? Yeah, it was. Yeah. All right. Well, listen. Have a great 9 holes if you get it in, and stay dry this week.
we'll give our friends one more time. Thanks to Jeremy Taggart for joining us on the show today. Catch his podcast. It's fun. Taggart and Torrens. It's on iTunes and all that fun stuff. And we'll leave you with Terry Got Wasted again. All right, Carl? Sound good?
That's hilarious.
Have to make a bunch of buds up at the lake. Full coolers and a barbecue. Flip-flops, tank tops, and nothing to do. Gang gets together about once a year. Rip rooster tails and crush some beer. Share old memories we hold dear. But it's the same old story every year. Terry got wasted. Terry got wasted.
Well, we got a still of Jonathan. It got frozen there, but anyway.
He'd be fun to have on too.
Oh yeah, we
get the.
I don't know if he golfs or not, but who cares? He'd be fun to have on. Really. Now we're both frozen. What's going on?
This is a show about everything. I see. I'm not frozen. You are.
Oh, okay. See you.
So
on my screen, I look like we're both frozen. Oh, now we're good. Now we're good. Yeah, all right. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. We'll talk British Open and all that cool stuff. And remember, golf is a game you want to hit it long, straight, and
not too often.
See ya.